Hello. So I've got my rainbow flag shirt on today because I'm going to talk about a company who scammed the LGBTQ plus community. Now, I'm not going to say the name of this company because I don't quite trust them, to be honest. So basically this all started back in, I believe, December, when I received a DM from someone, and it wasn't from the company themselves, it was from someone else, and I guess I just figured, like, maybe they worked for the company and they were just on their personal account or just something, I don't know. But it basically said something like, oh, this company is looking for brand ambassadors, DM this account. So I checked out the account, and it's basically a company that sells clothes and other accessories aimed toward the LGBTQ plus community. So there was a lot of, like, rainbow flags and gay and all kinds of things. And they were cute little clothes. Like, I didn't see anything wrong with it. So I decided to DM them to see what this was all about. So I basically just said, hey, I got a DM saying to DM you, what's up? And they responded and said something about, yeah, we're looking for brand ambassadors, and they didn't really give a whole lot of information, honestly. They were pretty vague about it. And so I was like, okay, but the thing was, they had a legit website. They had a lot, like hundreds of thousands of followers. So I was like, oh, they must be legit, right? So they did this whole thing, and basically they sort of did it without me asking. Like, they were like, okay, here's your brand ambassador code, share it with your friends, they get 30% off their purchase or whatever. And I was like, oh, I didn't even say I wanted to do this, but they just made the code. And I was like, okay. So the other thing that happened was they said, now you can get 30% off your purchase. You buy one of our shirts and promote it, send us pictures, and we'll repost your pictures and blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, I didn't see anything weird about it, because they said that they had just started up in 2020, so it's like, okay, they're starting up, they need the money, whatever. So I went on the website, used my promo code, bought my shirt, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Okay, I'll be like a little brand ambassador for this new company, and it's LGBTQ, and I was like, I had all these ideas. I was like, oh, maybe I'll make a video wearing the shirt and talk about something LGBTQ and give everyone my code, and like, I had all these ideas, right? Now, I feel like it was just like the next day or like a few days later that I started looking through this company's Instagram posts, and I was looking at their other brand ambassadors because I was curious. So I started just looking through the pictures and clicking on the accounts that they were tagging in their posts. And I found a few, just pretty much just regular people, probably part of the LGBTQ plus community. They were wearing the shirt or whatever it was. And I was like, okay. Then I stumbled upon an account who was tagged by this account in a picture. So obviously they had done all this. They'd done the brand ambassador thing and wore the shirt and took the picture and whatever. And they had a highlight of stories saying why this company was scamming the LGBTQ plus community. So of course I click on it. I read through the whole thing, and it all made a whole lot of sense. They said that they basically just go around finding like LGBTQ plus accounts who have a lot of followers, and they try and get them to be brand ambassadors, but they never really do much with it. And they might post a picture, but some people didn't even receive their shirts to post a picture, and all these things. And I was like, oh great. So I actually have the post right here on my phone that this person made. It says, blank is exploiting queer people. So they give a ton of reasons why this company is basically exploiting and scamming the LGBTQ plus community, and it says that a lot of the messages when you DM them, they're just by bots, so everyone gets just the same few responses. It's not like legit responses. It says a lot of the brand ambassadors are falsely promised publication. As we know, that doesn't always happen. It says they fulfill some orders, but not all orders, and some people don't receive their items. Now, the biggest thing that irked me when I read this was that, I'm going to read this right to you. The prices are high, but they claim to donate proceeds to queer organizations like a GSA network. But after they contacted them, they explain that they do not partner with any businesses or take donations from for-profit sales. So here this company is saying that they donate proceeds to these organizations, and they don't even do it. Naturally, the first thing I do is I DM the account that I had been talking with, and I was like, you know what? I changed my mind. We're going to cancel the order. And I had this whole back and forth with them via DM and email saying, oh, we can't cancel it. We already shipped it out, blah, blah, blah. You know, you can return it, blah, 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 all this stuff, right? Finally, I get an email from this company saying something like, okay, we sent your refund. Make sure you call your bank and ask them when the refund from this is going to be in. It should be 5 to 7 business days, something like that. I never got it. I did receive the shirt, looked at it, threw it back in the envelope, mailed it back to the company. Still never received the refund. And apparently this happened to a lot of people, so yeah. So then after I started messaging them all this stuff like, where's my refund and all this stuff, I was getting just the same old answers from them. I wasn't actually getting anywhere. No one was saying anything about my refund. It was just the same old, oh, 3 to 7 business days or whatever it was. And it was like I wasn't even talking to a person. I was just getting automated answers, obviously. And a weird thing that happened was, while this was going on, I went back because I was going to DM the account to see if I would get somewhere. The account was basically gone. Like, it wasn't called the name of the company anymore. It was just called Instagrammer. And there was no picture, no information, no posts. I was like, wow. So yeah, that's the story of how that company scams the LGBTQ plus community. So don't support them. Who you can support, however, I'm going to leave links in the description of LGBTQ plus companies and organizations that you can support. And if this video was informative and you want to see more, make sure you hit subscribe and hit like if you liked, and I will see you all next time.